Iran and Israel, bitter enemies, locked in decades of hostility. But what if I told you they were once close allies? That's right, the country now calling Israel the Zionist enemy once sold it oil, shared nuclear secrets, and even trained its spies. Iran, the heart of the Islamic Republic, was once Israel's closest friend in the Middle East. Today we'll uncover a forgotten chapter of history, a time when a Muslim-majority nation stood shoulder to shoulder with the Jewish state, defying all expectations. This is the untold story of the Iran-Israel alliance and how it all fell apart. Let's rewind to the late 1940s. In 1948, the State of Israel is founded. War breaks out. Most Arab and Muslim countries cut ties immediately. But Iran quietly recognizes Israel de facto. Why? Because Iran is not an Arab country. It's Persian, with its own identity, interests and rivalries. At the time, Iran is ruled by Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, a pro-Western monarch with deep ties to the US and Britain. He sees Israel not as an enemy, but as a strategic partner, a small but modernized country surrounded by Arab hostility, just like Iran. So the Shah makes a bold move, a secret alliance with Israel. From the 1950s to the 1970s, Iran and Israel grow close militarily, economically, even diplomatically. Iran becomes Israel's main oil supplier, especially after Arab nations impose embargoes. In return, Israel helps modernize Iran's military and intelligence. The Mossad, the Israeli spy agency, trains Iranian SAVAK agents in surveillance and counterintelligence. The partnership is so deep that Iran even opens an Israeli diplomatic mission in Tehran, unofficial but powerful. Then there's Project Flower, a secret 1977 nuclear missile deal between the two countries. Israel and Iran working together to develop a missile capable of carrying nuclear warheads. Behind the scenes, Israeli engineers worked side by side with Iranian scientists until the revolution cut it all short. The alliance wasn't just about strategy, there was a cultural link too. Iran's Jewish population, one of the largest in the Middle East, had lived in peace for centuries. They thrived under the Shah's rule, owning businesses, publishing newspapers, even serving in parliament. The Shah saw himself as a modern Cyrus the Great, the ancient Persian king who allowed Jews to return to Jerusalem 2,500 years ago. To many Jews, Iran felt like a rare safe haven in the Islamic world. Then came 1979. The Islamic Revolution overthrows the Shah. Ayatollah Khomeini takes power. Iran transforms overnight from a monarchy to a theocracy, and with that change comes a new foreign policy. Death to America, death to Israel. Overnight, Israel goes from ally to enemy. The Israeli mission in Tehran is handed over to the Palestinian Liberation Organization. All ties are cut. Within months, Iran becomes the loudest voice in the Muslim world calling for Israel's destruction. Here's where things get complicated. Even after 1979, covert cooperation continued. During the Iran-Iraq War in the 1980s, Iran was desperate for weapons, and Israel worried about Saddam Hussein's rise in Iraq. So, in one of history's strangest twists, Israel secretly sold arms to Iran through the US in what became the Iran-Contra affair. Missiles, spare parts, and training quietly flowed, even as Iran's leaders publicly cursed Israel. This wasn't friendship, it was realpolitik, strategy over slogans. By the 1990s, Iran had fully embraced its role as Israel's arch-enemy. It armed Hezbollah in Lebanon, supported Hamas in Gaza, and began developing ballistic missiles. Israel responded with cyber attacks, sabotage, and assassinations of Iranian scientists. Today, they sit on the brink of open war, but history tells us they were once more than enemies. They were partners, allies, secret friends. Understanding this forgotten alliance changes everything. It reminds us that geopolitics isn't black and white, that today's enemies may have shared dinner tables in another decade. And it begs the question, can diplomacy ever bring these two nations back from the brink, or has history already closed that chapter for good? Thanks for watching. If you found this surprising, drop a comment, hit like and subscribe for more stories that history tried to erase. See you in the next one.